in that old curiosity shop.
All right, let's begin this exciting video by going from the hallway out into the living room, or the dining room actually. And we're gonna focus on the kitchen right now. Let's step into my tiny kitchen. I'll give you a tour of it. Don't worry, it won't take long. Oh gosh, I can't remember the square footage of the kitchen, but I kind of like small kitchens myself. Now the floor, the original old 1930s linoleum is down in the basement, full of asbestos, no doubt. I'm not bringing that up here, but eventually I'll do something else to this floor to make it appropriate. Basically right now we have a shell, and I plan on gutting this kitchen. There's not a whole lot left to it, but this is the door to the backyard. And there's a little deck out there up on this upper level here, and I've taken the cabinet doors off. They're already outside in the sunshine. Tell you what I'm going to do with those later. This is the door that goes down into the basement. And the dryer is down, the washing machine and the dryer are down there, and they're busy doing their thing. So we have plaster walls here, and of course I'll be changing out the light fixture. Nice little window over here. But what you can see is there's no refrigerator here. There is a refrigerator, a second refrigerator down in the basement. That's the one I'm using right now while I'm here doing the work. But what I plan to do is, that's a gas stove, that's going, and it'll be replaced with a vintage looking refrigerator and stove eventually. These cabinets down here are going to be ripped out, as well as that sink, and as well as all of that tile. I plan on taking the kitchen back to a 1930s look. I wasn't sure about this up here. These are the only built-ins. They're old, probably not original to 1925, because built-ins, you did have them, but you had a lot of modular Hoosier cabinets and modular, not modular, but what am I trying to say? But these are made of wood and not steel, so these may have been put in the 1930s. What I'm going to do today is clean them, put a coat of Kills on it, which blocks stains and odors and everything, so I'll sand them down and prime them. And then I'm going to put a nice yellow color on there just for now. The kitchen may be one of the last things that I actually work on, because I want to be able to really think about it, and there's a lot to do right now. So I simply want to get it workable so that I can actually somewhat, pardon me, use this kitchen. But I'm thinking about maybe salvaging these old wooden cabinets. They're good and solid, very strong. All the way up, there's a nice molding around the top of the ceiling. And, ouch, whether I put new, excuse me, cabinet doors on there or not, I haven't decided yet, but I will probably for now, in fact, for now, I'll just recycle what I've got. This old exhaust fan needs to come down and be cleaned. It's in perfect working order. Hold your ears. Well, that wasn't so bad. Makes a lot of noise when you close it. Okay, so we'll clean that chrome up on there. And as I said, eventually all this tile is coming down, and the whole thing will be redone. So there'll be a refrigerator over here on this side, and something that will be built here, some kind of cabinetry that will be built right here. There's not a lot of room over here in terms of width. That might be 15 inches there. So that's enough room. That's enough room over there for a Hoosier cabinet to sit, and then maybe another small pantry cabinet before you go down into the basement. Okay, pause. What I really want to do, and what I was thinking in my mind the whole time, is right there. See that yellow arrow? Now I know it's small and a little on the blurry side, but that's what I want. Floor to ceiling built-in cabinets with the counter space there. I've got a good 15 inches there width-wise, and quite a bit of length. So no problem. It's all in the future, but you can see where I'm headed. We'll see. I've got plenty of time to figure out what I want to do. Basically just trying to get this all cleaned up today and get these kitchen cabinets so that I can at least have something of a kitchen. I want the kitchen to be functional, so I'm not trying to be a purist and take it back to exactly, the house was built in 1925. I'm fine if it's more of a Depression era, like a 30s era kitchen, with some elements of the 20s, but it's got to be clean, it's got to be usable, and that's basically what my requirements are. All right, so I would love to hear your thoughts in the comments section below about the kitchen and what you would do. There's going to be a lot of cream and green in here, I can tell you that. Okay, the prep has been completed. Now there's some lawn mowing going on outside. Lawn mowing going. That's a tough one. And because I've got all the doors and windows open here. And by the way, I was wearing an industry standard mask. I double checked to make sure I had the right mask that was needed in case there is lead paint. And so I don't need a great big respirator or anything. That one is good for lead particles. I double checked and spoke to a professional. So I'm taking precautions. Now remember, all I'm doing now is just getting this kitchen livable. It could be a year before it completely gets gutted and redone. I'm not in any mad rush to do that because I got a lot of other things going on. You may see me rushing through things, not really taking my time to do things like I would if it was the permanent kitchen. But it has to be clean. So the next step is to prime it with Kills. And this is the interior primer, blocks heavy stains and odors. So all of that 1925 pork chop grease gone, right? That's what we're gonna do next, is put one coat and then a second coat and then probably some yellow paint on there just to make it nice. I didn't bring my tripod, so if the camera is jiggling, I apologize. Let me get back to this kitchen. Now I've finished these. I'm working on the cabinet fronts for these. It really is a blank slate for me, and that's what I was hoping for. I did not want to move into an old house that had a modern fancy kitchen because you would feel, bad about ripping it out. But since there's not a lot here, it's just basically an empty shell. It gives me the opportunity to do all kinds of things. Yeah, there'll be a lot more to come with the kitchen, but that's just to give you, back up here, just give you an idea. So you enter the kitchen from, backing up here some more, from this dining room area, which is right here. And I haven't done anything, I haven't even considered what I'm going to do with windows and window treatments, yeah, there's a lot to do. The popcorn ceiling is going to go. And I'm also having a box, I'll have a light fixture here in the dining room and a light fixture here over here in this part of the living room. So that's going to be done by the electrician today as well. I hope. Well, as the sun goes down here in the Northeast, let me show you my progress. Now remember, it is a work in progress. Okay, so the old wooden cabinets cleaned, painted, beautiful, everything's ready to go. I have put 2 of the doors back on, but I have not yet finished the whole thing. Let's take a look at the original doors right here. Look how nasty, haven't even cleaned it, painted it. That's the original door right there, very plain, you know, not a whole lot of interest in that. And my idea was to frame up these, make them look a little more architecturally interesting, a little bit more like what was popular in the 30s. In fact, let's pause for a moment and take a look at a photograph that is my inspiration. Well, okay, there you have it. Look at the cabinets up above, especially over there to the left of the window. Well, and to the right, but the doors are open. That's the look I'm going for. Notice how this is a magazine ad from the early 30s, and this is advertising Armstrong linoleum, actually. But there you can see, do you see cream and green in the future? I do. Anyway, that's what I want. Listen, as I said, I'm on a budget. There's nobody here but me doing this right now, at least this kind of work. And it's a great way for me to salvage the cabinets that are already here, to keep some good old cabinets out of the landfill, but to jazz them up a little bit and take them back to the 1930s. So that's the look that I hope to achieve. I'll probably go with that color scheme, the cream and the green. You may not be able to see, there's a little red stripe, little red outline on those recessed, the inside, the cream panels within the green. I'm probably not going to do that. But how about we take a vote? The little cream rectangles at the top, which are smaller than the panels at the bottom, a little bit smaller than the panels at the bottom. Should we leave them plain? Or should we put in there the wonderful old 1930s cactus decal, the decal of the Kissing Dutch? How about the deco stair steps with the flower pots? Or I could make some type of an Art Deco stencil to put up in there, some little Art Deco type of a design. Oh, I don't know. I don't want to do overkill, you know, so maybe we'll just stick with the paint at first and see what they look like. Now, I don't know if I'm ever going to be able to find that kind of a sink. Wouldn't that be wonderful? I've already got the tea cart. My grandmother got it sometime in the 1940s. My father fixed it up. It's at my mother's house right now. She doesn't know that eventually it's coming here. She probably does know that. But anyway, let's get back to it. Okay, I'm back. Now that we've studied that old photograph, I want you to see, again, I'm on a budget. This is not HGTV. And so recycling the old cabinets, voila. Let me back up. With some simple fir strips, a wooden trim, I just nailed these, cut them, nailed them on with little wire brads onto the front. Yes, everything has to be painted, but it will be painted in that lovely cream and green color. And then I'm going to have doors all the way across. No glass, there's a reason for that, I'll tell you later. So solid cabinet doors all the way across, built up as if it was Hoosier cabinet doors, that kind of thing from the 1930s. The other nice thing is, when I added this trim, I took off this new hardware, and the old trim covers up the holes. So I'm going to be able to put whatever new hardware, new old hardware that I want on there, and I don't have to worry about patching holes or having holes coming through, anything like that. So that's what the, I've got to get busy because I've got all these doors to do, and everything has to be painted. But I'll feel really good about having this one strip of cabinet finished, just to give the flavor of what's to come. And then we've got light fixtures coming in and just everything. That's all I'm going to do today. We'll talk more about light fixtures that are going to go up out here in the living room and the dining room. Well, I'll just quickly. Right now, we have naked light bulbs hanging. These were the original spots. We found them in the attic. And I'll show you the fixtures that I think I'm going to be putting back up to do the restoration for the lighting. But for today, that's it for this old bungalow. Thanks for watching. What do you think? Tell me in the description box below. Remember, as I said, I'm not a professional anything, and certainly not supposed to be some magical restoration channel. It's just me having fun. Tell me what you think. I'm be excited to hear in the comment box below. Okay, don't worry. I am still thrifting. I am. Give me some time. I will be back. I'm going to do a live sale soon. I've got more items to put in the old curiosity shop. So hang in there. If these restoration videos are not your thing, skip them. You know, I don't care. Just skip them and come back and see me. But don't unsubscribe now. You keep watching, because I promise you I'll be back with more vintage items, antique and collectible items from the 1920s, 30s, 40s, 50s, and even before that soon. Okay, that's it. I'm Scott from the Old Curiosity Shop, saying thanks for watching, and so long for now.